So we all know Terraria, right? 9 times out of 10, you do. But if you don't, Terraria is a 2D sandbox game with gameplay that revolves around exploration, building, crafting, combat, survival, and mining, both playable in both single player and multiplayer modes. I love Terraria. Most people do. But you see, I'm a console player. Us console players have been locked behind the limitations of a controller in a 2001 looking TV, but as of last Christmas, I got a laptop. I made a Steam account immediately and my friend gifted me Terraria. Thanks, bro. Anyway, after getting both Terraria and Tmod Loader, I was introduced to the wide variety of mods. Lots and lots of mods. And of course, like any other respectful Terraria player would do after getting a computer, I downloaded Calamity. For those of you Terraria players who somehow don't know what Calamity is, the Calamity mod is a large content mod for Terraria. Honestly, I thought it would have been a breeze due to the fact that I had a massive Terraria phase on my Xbox One. I got my rear end handed to me by various amounts of amalgamations of celestial worlds throughout pre-hard mode. Well, not throughout, but like after. There was also a Slime God training arc. I just couldn't beat it, but my problem was the fact that I was fighting him in the forest biome instead of the corruption in Crimson. After I realized that, I packed him up easily. I was honestly having a blast until my friend who doesn't go outside decided to flex and hit me with one of them. Just get good, bro. After fighting the wall of flesh, I became invested in this mod. I have over 200 plus hours in this game now. I can't remember all that I've done already, but I'll just talk about the minor inconveniences I had with my playthrough. Starting with the femboy aquatic scourge. It took me 3 days to even attempt to fight this guy. Let me explain. I have the Calamity Community Remix, right? It makes it to where the aquatic scourge's summon seafood turns into a consumable instead of summoning the dang worm. I just eat it. The alternative way is to summon them was to throw 22 chum buckets into the sulfuric sea. This is where the real problem comes in, because I looked up how to find chum buckets and they only drop from blood moon enemies for some reason. So I was just gonna summon the blood moon, right? Wrong. I can only summon the blood moon by using a bloody tear, and I can't make the bloody tear without a bloody orb. So I just find a bloody orb, right? Wrong again. You can only get bloody orbs by blood moon enemies, which means I have to wait for a blood moon to occur, which didn't happen. 2 days after I found that out. When a blood moon finally did spawn, guess what? Not a single chum bucket spawned. I was this close to Gojo running myself to the developers of the Calamity Community Remix and summoning Maharaga to use some common sense and ask for help. Help me! I can't summon the sea worm! Are you using the Calamity Community Remix? Cause then seafood is just an item. It's locked. There's an alternative, but I just eat it and nothing happens. You can always just make the Anomaly 109 and disable it. You can search up the codes in fandom wiki. Huh? Okay, so the Anomaly 109 is a placeable structure that lets you change Community Remix's changes. So like, remember that Cosmolite slag? That's Community Remix. You can remove changes by typing in the correct code and clicking disable. What in the astral infection is an Anomaly 109? Whatever, what am I looking at? So I looked up the codes on Google and found out the password was passive. I finally created the real seafood and went on my jolly way to meet the acidic worm. Hi there. Nice weather we're having, huh? Oh god. And that's how I met my favorite ranged weapon, the Sea Searing. Moving on. The next 2 bosses I remember was the Brimstone Elemental and the Calamityous clone. I actually found the Calamityous clone easier than the Brimstone Elemental, despite the fact that I had to fight the Elemental first, for progression mode anyway. Maybe it was just because of that one sniper move that really messed me up. Anyway, after I beat her, I got an interesting accessory, the Flame-Licked Shell. It lets me parry. I thought it was gonna be like V1 from Ultra Kill, but no. You kind of just get frozen and if you do a successful parry, a bunch of projectiles come flying out, which is pretty cool, but not as cool as Ultra Kill parry. After playing with that, I wasted no time in creating the Calamityous clone and box. She dropped 7 out of 20 possible items. One of them you could literally find naturally. Most of it was useless anyway because I was doing Ranger and the stuff she drops that makes exclusive stuff to that stuff didn't even apply to me. I fought her again and she dropped Animosity. I swear that's a Frisk Megalo. Wait, no, that's Tenacity. After I beat those two, I can finally fight everyone's favorite pink-green piranha plant, Plantera! Oh, my game crashed. Let's just act like I beat it, yeah. Phew. On to the next boss. What the heck is that? Polyphemolis, or however you say it, is a hard mode boss. Each of the 4 eyes has a different gray, one blue and one red, each corresponding with their attacks. While this boss is able to be summoned after mechanical bosses, it is intended to be fought after Plantera and the Calamitus clone have been defeated. It is also the goofiest boss fight I've ever been in. I swear I can't take these guys seriously. It actually took me a while to get the summon to this fight, as one of the crafting components was a black lens, and I would have had one already if I didn't break the #1 rule of modded Terraria. Never throw anything away. The black lens is dropped by wandering eyes, but I'm not gonna sit there and hear clowns laugh at me, as that might as well be the only nighttime enemy in the game since I only see them so much. So I decided to make the black lens using black dye. So I decided to make the black dye using black ink. So I decided to find the black ink, which is made from squids, of course. But you don't actually expect me to farm squids, do you? Those things are apparently rare in this game. So I decided to go kill the alternative mod that drops black ink. The colossal squid. Trying to kill this thing was the equivalent of trying to push a boulder up a hill. The abyss had me tweaking so bad I started imagining how big these things would be in real life. I gave up and decided to just go farm for squids. It took 5 minutes compared to the 3 hours of fighting that dumb squid. After beating Polyphenalis, cough cough, first try by the way, cough cough, I got some goofy looking items as well. Tetrachromancy, which is only obtained after beating Cataractacomb, the gray one, last. It's actually pretty fun to use. That's what I think anyway. Basically, it summons a ball of eyes, and if it sees something, the eyes will split apart and start homing in on the enemy. But after I was done reflecting on what the heck I just fought against, I checked my boss list and found out who I'm fighting against next. Anahita and Leviathan. In other words, fish people. Well, fish person. The other is just a big fish in general. I honestly don't have a lot to say about this fight. The theme was cool for sure, and the fight took me like 2 tries to beat. Anyway, that's all I've done for my playthrough now. If you made it to the end of this video, thanks. And if you're a returning viewer, sorry for not uploading for 2 months. I honestly just couldn't find anything worth making a video on, so GG, easy, and I'll see you in the next thingy.